everybody. So how are we? Are we good? So special lesson today. So morning Pam. Hey, no Stockton Brook time today, is there? Boom, straight in. Morning Sharon. I'm so excited about this. I think I'm kind of overexcited. Yeah. So summer solstice celebration. So doing it today. So summer solstice 21st. So summer solstice is Sunday. So yeah, it's going to be good. So split the lesson into two to make a whole. See what I've done there? So split the lesson into two. So the first half will be yin. So you'll need your cushions, big cushions, bolsters, whatever you've got, as many cushions as you can grab and bring around you. So gather your kit now if you haven't already. So yin yoga, if you've not done yin yoga before, hey morning Chris. So gather your cushions Chris. So summer solstice celebration, 2-hour lesson this morning, so treating you. 2-hour lesson, split half and half, yin and yang. So your Chinese symbol of black and white coming together and making a whole. So not a whole, but whole. Morning Kate. So you will need as many cushions as you can go and grab. So yin yoga, the first half of your summer solstice celebration. If you've not done yin yoga before, yin yoga is done with a lot of padding, a lot of cushions. So say first pose that you're going to be in is goddess or butterfly. So soles of the feet together, knees are out. But we use as many cushions and props as we can to make this comfortable. So we're hanging out in the ligaments and tendons and not hanging out in the muscles. So yang is your normal yoga where you're using your body, the yoga that we do every single day. Yin is very different. Yin is still. Yin is allowing that stretch reflex just to open and just to be with it. So the idea of yin yoga is to get into your pose. Again, it takes a little faff and a little messing around with your cushions. Is that right? Oh no, I'll take it off. To get that stretch and feel that stretch first. And then you will be in a comfortable stretch, but still feeling the stretch. And we'll be there for 5 minutes at least. Let me read a comment. Oh yeah, not done before. Oh, new to yin, are you? Awesome, Kate. So you'll like it. Just grab as many cushions now as you can. Morning, Lynn. So Lynn, in case you missed it, you need as many cushions as you can. So summer solstice celebration is split into yin and yang. So yin yoga needs cushions. Yang yoga is the yoga that we normally do. So just giving you a few more minutes to grab your cushions and get ready. So cushions, blocks, blankets maybe to soften. Morning Pat. Oh, everybody's in today for summer solstice, loving it. Pat, like I just said, I know I'm repeating myself and I'm sorry if I am, but summer solstice is split between yin and yang. So yin yoga first. Pat, grab loads of cushions. Grab whatever you need. So I've got my little altar sitting on the side next to me. So summer solstice is a celebration of the elements. So you've got spirit in the centre, fire in the south, water in the west, earth in the north, and air in the east. So all these things come together again to make a whole. So yeah, a big class. Yeah, it is a big class. I should have done a Zoom class or something so I could have seen you all. So hopefully you've got your kit together now. Maybe you've made a little altar of your own. I put a picture of the altar up on the page so you can see what I've done, and maybe you might want to repeat this lesson on Sunday, the day of the solstice. I'm doing it early because I've got a training day on that day. So part of International Yoga Day. So yeah, I'm busy all weekend. So hopefully I'll bring you some of what I've learned next week. So hopefully we've got all your cushions around you, your blankets around you. So now you can start to lie down. So lying down onto your back. Just making sure that you're nice and comfortable. So maybe we've got knees bent, feet out to the side, knees just coming together. And then once we're comfortable, we can take 2 or 3 cleansing breaths. So just starting as we would normally start. So get comfortable and then take 2 or 3 cleansing breaths. So inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. And inhaling in through the nose once more. And exhaling out through the mouth. And then just bring into mind 3 things that you feel grateful for today. And then bring in your mind to set a positive intention for the rest of the day. So you can use one of your own, or you can use just for today. I will be gentle with myself. Just repeat that 3 times in your mind. So just allowing that message, that intention to filter through mind, body and soul. And then we can bring your hands to rest over your belly button. So just bringing your thumbs together and index fingers together and then belly button in the center. So just beginning to connect with your radiant sun. We can relax and we can just start to gently focus on your breath. So hands over the belly button. So we're connecting to your base chakra. The bottom 3 chakras, so base, center. And then just focusing on your breath and just relaxing in the flow of your breath. Connecting with your inner sun, your inner fire. So Svadhisthana chakra, so second chakra. Your inner strength, your inner sun. So the sun is a star at the centre of the solar system, and all planets revolve around it. At the summer solstice, the sun is reaching the height of its power before the energy shifts and the days begin to shorten gradually again. So as we lie here, just begin to imagine a radiant sun at your centre, your hara, the sea of your energy. Home of your Svadhisthana chakra. We can begin to recharge and energize your system by picturing the sun at the center. So on the inhale, imagine the sun brightening and expanding. And as you exhale, begin to imagine warm rays of light radiating through your body. So as you inhale, imagine the sun brightening and expanding. And as you exhale, imagine the warm rays of light radiating throughout your body. Feeling that warm glow starting to spread from your hara, from your energy center, your sea of energy, throughout the whole body. So inhaling, sun brightening, expanding. Exhaling, warm rays of light radiating throughout your body. So summer solstice is a doorway to the second half of the year. This is summer's height, midsummer, the longest day and the shortest night of the Earth's solar year. Here we celebrate the completion of the circle that began at the winter solstice. And in the midst of the longest day of the year, we simultaneously begin our return to the dark half of the year. So solstice means standing in the sun, and we can connect to this great turning point in the Earth's cycle by taking a moment to stop and be still. Just visualizing that sun at your center, at your hara. Just filling the whole body with that radiating light. Connecting to that energy. Shining bright with each and every breath. Then on the exhale, we can gently release, allow the hands to slide away. Just notice how that body feels now. So just scanning the body from the tips of the toes to the crown of the head. Just noticing how the body feels. Maybe it's tingling with that radiating light. Maybe you can feel that sea of energy floating around the body now. And then when you're ready, you can bring the knees into the chest. Take a little hug, take a little rock from side to side. And then bringing yourself to stillness. We can take the little hip circles. So we can take 6 rotations one way, 6 rotations the other. Just allowing that energy to filter into the hips, into the lower back. So working with the 3 base chakras, Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura. So the chakras of your deep energy, your rooting energy, your strength, your inner fire. Once that's complete, you can bring the knees into the chest. And then you can rock yourself up to a sitting position. So we're going to move into our first yin position. So our first yin position. So we'll be lying down. No, we won't. Sitting down, sorry. we'll be drawing the feet in, so it's a butterfly or a goddess pose. So it's a yin pose. So yin poses need padding. So I'm lucky enough to have bolsters. Maybe you've got a couple of cushions. So the idea is that we're bringing the feet in into goddess, so that if you just got no cushions underneath, then it'd be quite a strong pose. So it turns into Baddha Konasana, where we take the hands under the ankles and then press down. Yin yoga is all about just beginning to feel the stretch in the ligaments and the tendons. So you need to draw your feet in enough so you can just about feel the stretch, and then you need to pad the legs out. If you have trouble in the lower back and it's going to take you away from your pose, prop yourself up against the wall so you've got something to lean against, or maybe against a chair if you're in the living room. Make sure that your back's supported so that you're not going to tuck your tailbone in. So find your happy butterfly, happy goddess, soles of the feet together, drawing them in just until you can feel the stretch on the inner thighs. Pad the legs out enough so that it doesn't become tiring to your body or your mind. And then we can rest the hands. I like resting the elbows onto the knees and softening the shoulders down. You could take hands into prayer and just rest your elbows on the soft part of the knee, and we could stay there. So just find your comfortable pose. I'll give you a couple more seconds to find it. So yin does require a lot of faff, but it's really rejuvenating, but it's quite a challenge in itself because we're still. So I'm going to read you some questions in this stillness. So we're going to stay in this position for 5 minutes. So if something doesn't feel right, you can come out. If you want to go deeper, you can move. Other than that, try and stay as still as possible and just start to focus on your breath. So just follow the own rhythm of your breath, the natural circle of your breath. Close the eyes. Take a nice big inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Close the eyes now and start to breathe. Just focusing on your inhale and exhale. Just follow the rhythm of your breath. So from now to the winter solstice, everything in Earth will be drawing within itself. And we can use this time to focus on what we wish to nurture and develop in ourselves during the coming months. So just begin to draw your mind in a little closer and ask yourself, what have you achieved since the winter solstice? What have you achieved since the winter solstice? Then begin to ask yourself, what has gone well for you? So since we sat together at the winter solstice, what has gone well for you? And then begin to ask yourself, what seeds failed to germinate? So from the winter solstice, what seeds or ideas failed to germinate? And what would you do differently to ensure the success? So what seeds or ideas failed to germinate? And what will you do differently to ensure the success? Once you've answered those questions in your mind, just returning back to the flow of your breath. Maybe listening to the sound of your breath. Just following the whole of your inhale, the whole of your exhale. Just relaxing in the stillness of yin, the ability to look within. And then when you're ready, after your next exhale, we can start to move. So we can help take the knees back to the centre. So take the hands either side of the knees, bring the knees back into the centre. Take the hands behind, stretch the legs out. It'll feel really nice. So focus on that release, focus on that energy, that sensation in the hips. We can take a little wave of the feet. You can maybe slide your pile of cushions out slightly, and we can come to lie down on your back. So after each section of stillness, there's a section of movement. So if you look at a yin-yang symbol, black half, white half, each half has got a little centre of the opposite. So nothing is ever completely black, nothing is ever completely white. Each element contains a little speck of the opposite one. So we can take 6 whole body stretches when you're ready. So lying down on your back and taking 6 whole body stretches. So just getting that energy flowing once more. That radiating sun flowing into each and every cell of your body. So 6 whole body stretches. when that's complete, your next yin move is a back bend. So if we've got any back issues, we can just take our little crocodile. So crocodile, remember, elbows are out. We're making a little pillow for our head. So we're lying down onto the belly, and we can take one hand out, the other hand out, and rest the head. Maybe you even want to use your soft blanket over the hands to rest the head, so that you can really kind of relax into it. If we want to back bend, sorry, my Wonder Woman sign's falling over, that's not good. Hope I don't lose my powers. So, we could use a little cushion or bolster underneath the chest if we want to back bend. And then we're just allowing the head to rest over the edge of your cushion. So you're pushing the cushions underneath your chest, so that we're getting this mild back bend that you can feel. And then resting the chin, or resting the head onto the hands. So you're going to use as many blocks or cushions as you want to. Maybe you can have your blanket over your cushion like I have. And then we're just releasing everything. So let the feet fall out to the side. Find out where you like your head. So do you want your chin to be resting on the cushions, or are you more comfortable like I am with your head turned to one side? So take your little faffs, get your little movements out of the way while I prop my Wonder Woman sign back up. So if you've got back issues, you'll be in crocodile, hands out. Otherwise you'll be in some form of a back bend with the cushions underneath the chest. Once you have that sorted, and I'll give you another couple of seconds to sort out how you're comfortable. Remember, get comfortable so that you can stay in stillness. So really important we find that stillness and we don't fidget unless it doesn't feel right or you want to go a little deeper. So once you've found your stillness, we can take that cleansing breath to begin the process. So we can inhale in through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. And then I'll start my timer. So just resting in the stillness and resting in your breath. So ask yourself, what do you want to incubate during the yin phase, from now to winter solstice? So what do you want to encourage in your life from now through to winter solstice? What do you want to encourage into your life? Now begin to ask yourself, what do you want to nurture and develop in yourself over the next coming months? What do you want to nurture and develop within yourself in the next coming months? Now begin to ask yourself, which projects do you want to prioritise? Which projects are the most important to you? Which projects do you want to prioritise? Which projects are the most important to you? From there now, just starting to bring yourself back out of the pose. So if you've got cushions, put a little weight into the hands, gently lift the chest and move the cushions out of the way, and then bring yourself back down onto the mat. If you're in crocodile, then everybody's just going to start to take the hands out to the side, bring the hands in front, so both arms are close to the ears. Third eye is down onto the mat and hands into prayer. Just breathing into your mat and then come back to your mantra, just repeating that mantra once more. Just for today, I will be gentle with myself. And then once that's done, bring the hands back to the side of your chest and gently push back into child's pose. Remember, if you've got heart disease, glaucoma, blood pressure, then rest the head onto the fists or rest the head onto a block. And just gently breathing into the back body. And then from there, in your own speed, own rhythm, we're just going to start to flow from your child and into down dog. So your speed, your rhythm. If that doesn't work for you, then maybe turn over and just take a few whole body stretches. So flowing from down dog into child, your speed, your rhythm. Just getting that energy to flow once more. So when we work with the wheel of the year, we get in touch with the changes of the seasons and notice how our own natural rhythms and cycles are connected to the changes in the earth's cycles. We learn to value sunshine and shadow, light and dark, activity and rest, and work and play. Both sunlight and shadow contain within themselves the potential or the seed of their opposite quality. The challenge is to value both light and dark. So often the light is put on a pedestal and darkness is demonized, which is sad because without the darkness there is no life. Think of the baby growing and developing in the darkness of the womb, or a seed developing in the darkness of the soil. Value both dark and light. Next time you come down to child, we can rest in the child. Just take 3 breaths in your child, and then you can come back to sitting. So we're going to rest in the darkness of a yin child. So we can either have your regular child, yeah, so you can have slight gap in the knees and you can fold down, but we're going to fold down with the cushions. So if you bring the cushions kind of just onto the knees so that the belly's resting on the cushions, and then we can have a cushion in front of that cushion and then just resting the chin onto there. Otherwise we could take a wide leg child. So wide leg child, we'll get into the hips a little bit more. So wide leg child, a regular child, you've got your knees like this and you're folding forwards. A wide child is to open out the knees to the edge of the mat. Exactly the same principle with your cushions, that you're going to come forwards and rest down. So again, if you've got any issues, heart disease, blood pressure, then we can take a little block and we can rest the head onto the block. That actually feels really nice in the neck. So even if you haven't got blood pressure or heart disease, you might want to try that little one. So your cushions are kind of just on the knees and on the chest, and we're folding down, and then head can rest onto a block. So you can use your block to turn any way that you want, just find your level. So take that little faff. If you've got knee issues, then you might find that taking a child with the cushion under the back of the knees just gives you a little bit more room behind that knee joint and makes it that little bit more comfortable to fold down into. So remember, we need it as comfortable as possible so we can relax, but we can still feel that you're in your child's pose. So I really like, for a yin child, I like my cushion underneath my knees. So I do quite a bit of running, cycling, so sometimes it's nice to be kind to your knees. So coming into your version of child or wild child, wild? Wide leg child, sorry. Don't know where I was with wild child. Describing myself, I think. So settling into your child. Give you a couple more seconds of faffing around to get comfy. And then when you're comfy, exactly the same process. So take that nice big inhale in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth. I told you I was excited. So just settling into your breath, following the whole of your inhale, whole of your exhale, finding that stillness in that yin pose. Oh, timer. So begin to ask yourself, how do you celebrate the return of the darkness? Maybe you like lighting candles, like I do. How do you celebrate the return of the darkness? Ask yourself, how do you balance the light and dark within yourself? How do you manage to balance the light and dark within yourself? Ask yourself now, how do you feel about moving into the dark side of the year? And then just taking time to consider what outer things need to be drawn inwards to be processed and transformed. So the transfer of energy from outside to inside, just like nature. Take time to consider what outer things need to be drawn inwards to be processed and transformed. So maybe you've got issues with something. Maybe you can't see a way around a project. What are you going to take with you? Draw it in, process it, and transform it. So from there, starting the process of coming out of your child's pose, whichever version you're in. Just putting a little weight into the hands, walking yourself back up, removing all the cushions out of the way, and then coming to that table pose and maybe coming up into your down dog. Feel that energy release, feel the body come alive. Maybe you can walk your dog, or maybe you just want to drop down into child again. So do what's right for your body, wake your body. So we can go up and down into down dog, we can stay in down dog and just walk the legs. Bend one knee, straighten it, bend the other, straighten it. It's getting that little movement, that energy to flow through the body. And then when you're ready, just come in back down onto your mat. And then just watching what's coming next. So we're going to take a little side bend. So I'm going to take a little twist. So you may want cushions underneath where your legs are going to land. Kind of nice to have a little cushion in between the knees. So bringing the feet towards the bum. Taking the hands out to the sides like we would do in any twist. So for a gentle twist, we can keep a cushion in between the knees. Feet are together. Don't have to lift the legs for a gentle twist, so just engage the core and exhale. Take both knees over to the side and then try and get your cushions underneath the hips so that you can relax wherever that may be. So take a little play with that. If you want a deeper twist, then we can move into Jathara Parvriti, so we can bring the feet up away from the floor, squeeze the knees together, and then exhale over to the side. So if you're flexible, you might want to go all the way to the floor. Remember, you've got to keep this for a good 5 minutes, so make sure that you're comfy. You might want your cushions underneath, you might want a block underneath. Just find that level that you can twist into and be comfortable. So once your knees are over to the side and you feel comfortable, you can gently take your head over to the opposite side, or you can keep your head looking up to the sky, eyes closed, and then relax into the stretch. So get comfy. It takes a little faff, remember, to find your level, to find the right place for you to find that stillness. So just giving you a few more minutes to find that sweet spot of the stretch. Remember, with yin, we need to find that sweet spot so we can rest in the stillness and so we don't have to move. So take this time now to get comfy. So once we're comfy, we can take that cleansing breath. So we can inhale in through the nose, exhale out through the mouth, and settle into the stretch. So summer solstice is a time for fire, for passion, creativity and growth. So just begin to ask yourself, what is it that lights your fire? What is it that lights your fire? Now ask yourself, what obstacles would you like to burn away, cleanse and purify in the fire? What obstacles would you like to burn away, cleanse and purify in the fire? Okay, now it's time to bring your awareness back. So, to come out of this twist, press down into your hands, engage the core, use the strength of the core to bring everything back to the centre, and you can bring the feet back down to the floor. We can swap your cushion pile over or your bolster over. So again, little faff time. So bring your cushion stack over to the other side. And then we can take our hands out to the sides. And we can engage the core, squeeze the knees together, and then exhale over to the opposite side. So remember, no two sides are the same. So this side might be really easy to drop into. It might take a little more faffing around. But just get yourself comfy. When you're comfy, remember to take that cleansing breath. So inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. So settling into the pose now. Begin to ask yourself, how can you shine your light out into the world? How can you shine your light out into the world? Now ask yourself, how can I bring warmth, nourishment and passion to myself and others? How can I bring warmth, nourishment and passion to myself and others? And then from there, bringing your awareness back to where we are. And then getting ready to come out. So put a little weight into the hands, engage the core, squeeze the knees together and bring everything back to the centre. Bring the feet back down to the floor. And then remove the cushion. And then we can bring the knees into the chest and we can take 6 rotations one way. So hip circles, 6 rotations one way, 6 rotations the other. Just loosening up the hips. And then you can slide the feet out along the mat. And we can take 6 whole body stretches. So inhale the arms up, take a yawn, take a stretch. Exhale the arms down. Inhale, arms up, take a stretch. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up, take a stretch. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up, take a stretch. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, arms up, take a big stretch. And exhale, bring the arms back down. And then from there, when you're ready, you can come up to a sitting position. So coming up in any way that you want to. So that is your yin section. So moving into the yang. So yang is the normal yoga that we do, so it's involved with heat and fire and movement, so we're using the muscles again. So coming into an easy sitting position, we're going to start with an affirmation and a mudra. So your yang is going to move through all the elements, so air, fire, water, earth and spirit, so working with the whole wheel, the whole compass. So starting with the yang and the earth element in the north, you're going to take your left hand onto that heart space, and then right hand, if we spread the fingers out so that you're activating this Hasta Bandha, this energy center of the hand. It's going to be planted down into the floor. If you can't reach, use your block. So if it's stretching your hand too much, use the block. It's still connected to the earth. Raise up through that heart center, shoulders back and down. So you're connected into the earth from the very sit bones. All the way up through the rainbow of the chakras, all the way up through the crown of the head and up to the heavens. And then exhaling all the way down the spine, cascade of colour, connected into the earth, making that loop, that circle, that wheel of breath again. It's a rainbow breath, connecting all the chakras, all the colours of the rainbow. From the deep dark red of the base Muladhara to the violet, the crown of the head, 1,000-petal lotus. So come into the affirmations, just repeating them in your mind. With utmost grace, I adapt to my situation in life. With utmost grace, I adapt to my situation in life. With utmost grace, I adapt to my situation in life. I abandon myself to the ever-changing flow of life. I abandon myself to the ever-changing flow of life. I abandon myself to the ever-changing flow of life. Just let that filter through the body now. Then on the exhale, we can bring the hand back down to the floor. We can remove the block if you were using a block. So connecting with the earth element in the north, grounded, connected through Hasta Bandhas, Pada Bandhas in the feet. So we can come over onto our hands and knees. So just spreading the fingers out slightly and kind of digging the fingers kind of into the earth. So just feeling that subtle lift in the palm of the hand. It's creating that Hasta Bandha, creating that energy into the earth. Moving into your cat and cow, so taking your shoulders back and down. If we've got the toes tucked under, then hopefully you can feel the stretch in your Pada Bandha too. So the energy centre in the feet. So we can inhale. And as you exhale, we can bring your forehead and pelvis towards each other, so we're arching like a cat. Then inhale, lift the head, tip the pelvis, so now you're moving into cow. It's moving your speed, your rhythm. Moving with your flow. Connected to the earth. So maybe visualise those red roots flowing out of that little Hasta Bandha in the hands into the earth, connecting with that universal energy, connecting each and every one of us, the light in me shining bright in you, shining with each and every one of us, connected together even though we're apart. Just letting that energy flow through the spine. The next exhale, we can take the bum back over the feet into child's pose. Again, rest your head down onto something if you need it, if you've got any other conditions. Breathing into the back body. And then from there, coming back up to table position and starting to move into wiggly cat. So starting to get that energy flowing Just moving around that sun in your centre. Maybe still visualising that sun shining bright. Beautiful sunshine. Your sea of energy. Endless energy. Endless sea. Just moving wiggly cat. No right or wrong way of moving. Just still connected to the earth. So your dance, your rhythm, wiggly cat. Moving to the own rhythm of your breath. Your unique rhythm. And then coming back to stillness. Still connected to the floor, so still on our hands and knees. It's moving into threading the needle. So if you normally do balancing cat, then this morning don't. Stay connected to the earth with both hands. Stay low, stay connected. So all about grounding in this section. So moving into your threading the needle. Take that right hand, engage the core. We can inhale, take that hand up to the sky, opening up that heart center. Exhale, take the hand down and through. So inhaling, lift, open that heart. Exhale, take that hand down and through. Inhale, take the hand to the sky. Exhale, come back down to the earth. Inhale, hand to the sky. Exhale, coming back down to the earth. Once more, inhale, take the hand to the sky. And exhale, connect down into the earth. Bring that right hand back to the earth now. And we can swap sides, taking the left hand. So engage the core, we can inhale, take left hand up to the sky. And come back down through to the earth. Inhale, open up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, reach up to the light. Exhale, connect down into the dark. Inhale. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale. And then coming back onto the hands and knees. And then just flowing up into your down dog. It's getting a nice little push back through the hands. Stick the tailbone onto the sky, bring the feet towards the floor. Breathe. And then from there we can bend the knees, walk the feet to the hands. And we can exhale the head in. And then press down into the feet. Inhale, come all the way back up to the top. Palms together. Exhale down. So coming into a mountain pose, Tadasana. So mountain pose. We're going to lift all 10 toes up away from the floor. And then bring the toes back down. And then just close your eyes for a second. Just stand like you're normally standing. No effort required. Close your eyes. And notice what's happening. So, do you feel yourself wobbling? Do you even know where your weight's being held? Notice how you feel standing just normally. And then let that go. Open your eyes. So from there, going to find Tadasana, so mountain pose. So lift all 10 toes up, spread them out, bring those toes back down. Again, bring them up, spread the toes out, bring them back down. From there, come up onto your tiptoes. So just powering up your padabandha in the feet. So exactly the same as in the hands, energy centers in the feet. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, tiptoes. Exhale, back down. So we're going to cascade the toes. So inhale, lift all 10 toes up away from the floor. Bring down big toe only, leave the other toes up. Inhale, lift the big toe. Exhale, bring the big toe down. Inhale, lift the big toe. Exhale, bring the big toe down. Inhale, lift the toe. Exhale, all toes down. Inhale, come up onto your tiptoes. So really wakening that padabandha, that sole of the foot, the arch of the foot, waking it up. Exhale down. Inhale, come up onto tiptoes. Exhale down. From there, lift all 10 toes. Cascade, little toe, next toe, next toe, next toe, big toe. So you're bringing them down. Little toe, next toe, next toe, next toe, big toe. Yeah? So inhale, lift all 10 toes. Bring down the little toe, next toe, next toe, next toe, big toe. Once more. Lift up all toes. Bring down little toe, next toe, next toe, next toe, big toe. Brilliant. Come up once more onto your tiptoes. And then exhale gracefully down. So feet are fired up now. Feet are hip distance apart. Lift the toes, spread the toes, bring them down onto the floor. Just like you did with the hastabandhas, so make a little slight gripping motion with the toes, so you know that you're standing on your mat. You should feel your arch just gently lift. So really subtle, but it'll lift. Yeah, so we're engaging that padabandha in the feet. So we're going to stand in your sun. So got the energy, the earth's energy flowing up through the feet. So just draw your kneecaps up slightly. Stand up a little taller so that heart centre lifts. Rotate your shoulders back and down. Then follow that energy up to the crown of the head. Feel like you're growing tall out of the crown of the head, connected to the heavens, connected to the sky. Turn your palms out. Gently close your eyes. Feel how much stronger that feels now standing. Notice what's happening when you're standing now. So everything's engaged. You're connected in that loop again from the earth through the feet, with that universal energy drawing it up the front of the body now. On the inhale, through the crown of the head, connected to the heavens. On the exhale, that beautiful rainbow of energy flowing all the way back down, from violet all the way down into red, down the legs into the earth. Continue to breathe. Rainbow breath. Drawing up through the front of the body and exhaling down the back of the body. Notice if you can feel anything in the arms, in the fingers. So, is there any tingling? Can you feel that energy in the hands? The whole body's shining bright. So the energy of the summer solstice is yang, expansive, outward looking. During this period of rampant growth, it's important to stay centered and grounded. So standing into Darsana now, mountain pose. Bring the hands to rest over the belly once more. Your Hara center, your Svadhisthana center, your sun center, that sea of energy. Visualize that radiant sun at your center now. As you inhale, imagine drawing that vital energy up, that prana, from deep down in the earth, through the soles of your feet, up through the legs into your energy center. And now as you exhale, allow that vibrant energy your sun energy to filter out into the rest of the body, revitalizing, renewing. Standing in your own sun. Now we can release the hands. Just start to supercharge that energy. So we can inhale the arms up. Just saluting the sun with the hands. And then bringing it back down to your sun center. We can inhale, reach up, grab the sun. And exhale, bring the hands down to that hara. Back to the center. Once more. Inhale. Reach up, take hold of the sun. Bring it down, the center of the body down into that hara. And then from there, we can start to stimulate that energy. So if we bring the knees together, we can come into chair pose. So we can inhale the hands up. Bring the palms together, exhale the hands down to that heart. And then we're going to sit the bum back. So we can inhale, lengthen the spine. Squeeze the knees together, exhale. Sit down into that chair pose. So we need the feet to be strong to keep the balance. Breathe. Smile. Keep the knees over the ankles, bum goes back, so it's all in the bum. Brilliant. And then beginning to move into the fire in the south now. So we can begin to move into your sun salutation. So we can inhale, come up from here. Palms together, exhale down. We can move to the front of your mat now. So coming into your sun salutation. So standing tall. We can inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive. Taking the hands to the floor. Bend the knees if you need to. Bring the hands to the shins. Inhale, come halfway back up and look out. Exhale the head in towards the shins. Bend the knees, take the hands to the floor. Step both feet back, either into the top of a press up, or if that's too much, just come down onto your knees, so you're back into that table position. So we're either in a press up or we're in a table position. Breathe, and then bring the knees down, bring the chest down. Now we're coming into a back bend if you want to. If you don't want to, then just stay here. Rotate the shoulders back and down and reach your toes back. If we're coming for a back bend, reach the toes back, inhale, press into the hands, lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale, fall back down. Turn the toes under, inhale, lift back into your down dog or break it down. So use the hands to push back into your child. And then from child, straighten out the legs. So we're back into down dog. Breathe. And then from there, we can bend the knees. We can walk the feet to the hands. We can exhale the head in. Keep the knees bent if you want to. Press down into the feet and inhale. Come all the way back up to the top. Palms together. Exhale down. Got one more round of that. So Take it slowly or take it quick. Do whatever version you want, or you can come with me. You can inhale the arms up, and then exhale, fold down, swan dive. Bend the knees if you need to. Bring the hands to the shins, inhale, press into the shins, come halfway back up, look out. Exhale the head in, press down, hands to the floor, walk the feet back. So either onto your table pose or into your press up position. And then bring the knees down to the floor, bring the chest down. So we're lying down onto a mat. If you don't want to back bend, just slide the shoulder blades back and then reach back with the toes. If we want to back bend, press into the hands, inhale, lift the head, lift the chest. Exhale, fall back down, turn the toes under, inhale, coming back into down dog, or we can take it back over into child, take a stretch, and then straighten out the legs, so we're into down dog. And then bend the knees, walk the feet to the hands, exhale the head in, press down into the feet, come all the way back up to the top, palms together, exhale down. Just need a little drink. So coming into a little bit more fire. So Tapasya burns off negative energy. So I'm going to come into horse stance. Horse stance is taking your legs out wide, but not as wide as your warriors. We can turn the feet out, we can take the hands onto the hips. We can inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, sit down. So from the side, the bum goes back and the knees stay over the ankles. So what you don't want is a collapse forwards. So lift the heart, take the bum back, sit down. So hopefully you can feel that on your bum now, creating that heat. So we can either stay here, breathe and smile, or we can bring your fists up. So yoga's about non-violence, but we're using the punches to create tapasya, create that fire. So picture what you want to burn, what you want to get rid of, what you want to cleanse. If there's something that's annoying you, something you'd rather not have in you, picture it. And then we're going to punch it in the best yogic way. So we can start off nice and slow. When this gets too much, you can rest. So nice punches. You also get the rhythm section with my bracelets. You're welcome. So we can keep punching, we can sit a little lower if we want to. Visualise, so we're transforming that energy from that little gnarly in the pit of your stomach to set it on fire and get rid of it. Quicken your punches up now. So really creating that grit, that fire. You got to get rid of it. Faster, 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 faster. Oh yeah. And then stillness. Keeping the legs. Goddess. Hands out. Hands in. Hands out. Hands in. Hands out. Hands in. Hands to heart. Inhale, come back up. Woohoo, goodness. That was good. So now, hopefully, you can feel your heart beating. Your knot in your stomach has softened a little. Hopefully you've burnt off a little of whatever was annoying you. So we can walk the feet back in and take a little drink again. Give your legs a little shake. And then we can bring it back down onto your bum for a second. And then working into water in the west. So water is your receptivity, your surrender. So it's going to go with the flow. So we can engage the core. We can take the hands onto the knees. So we're still connected with the earth, still grounded. Take your shoulders back and down. Just going to stir the pot. So the idea is that you close your eyes and just start to go with the flow. So you're making small circles at first. And then those circles, as you go with the flow, become a little bigger. So just energetically, we're connected with the earth through the very base chakra, through the perineum, through the sit bones, through the earth. And then literally, you're stirring that rainbow. I know I visualise things maybe a little too much, but you are stirring that rainbow, so like a little vortex, a little tornado rainbow. So just moving that energy, that kundalini energy that flows up and down the spine. So just go in with the flow, moving in a way that your body tells you it wants to. So your circles can be small, your circles can be big. So just cleansing that energy. And then start to come back to that stillness once more. So find that little still point. Doesn't matter if you come straight back to stillness or you're still moving slightly like I am. You'll eventually come back to stillness. And then we can start to go the opposite way. So really small circles at first. Just again starting to stir that energy. Big rainbow of colour going from the base, deep dark red to violet of the crown. Starting to move in a way that feels good for you, so just big or as small as you want to, moving your rhythm, your speed, fast, slow, doesn't matter. Just going with the flow. And again, when you feel the time's right, just work your way back to stillness. And then once we've found that stillness, we can come over onto our hands and knees. Just take it down into child for a second. And then from that child we're coming through into your down dog. It's coming up into your down dog. And then we can step through, so we can inhale that right leg back and straight. And exhale, step it through to the hands. If that doesn't happen and you end up halfway, then drop the back knee, pick that foot up, manhandle it to where it needs to be, so the foot's in between the hands, knee over ankle, and straighten out that back leg. And then we're going to come up into a high lunge. So suck the front foot and back foot towards each other, engage the core, inhale, coming up, and sit into that front knee. So now we're in warrior one, so take a little back bend if you want to, and then exhale, we can bring the hands down, twist on that back foot now, so that back foot goes flat. Coming into your warrior two, so look at your front foot and back foot, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment, move the feet if they're not in a line, back foot turns in, right foot's going straight, Bend into that front knee, knee over ankle. Make sure you can look down the thigh and still see the big toe. Then we can rotate the shoulders. We can inhale the arms up, reach out of the fingers. Shoulders over hips. Look down to that front middle finger, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Breathe. And then we have the ability to go with the flow of life. So we can turn that right palm up to the sky. We can inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale over into side angle. So warrior water wheel. Your speed, your rhythm. Go in with the flow of life. Water in the west. Surrendering to that rhythm. Your speed. Your rhythm. And the next time you come out of reverse warrior, coming out into warrior 2 once more. And then inhale, straighten out that front leg. Exhale, lower the arms. Twist that right foot so it's facing out now. So both feet are going the same way. We can have a little wide leg forward bend. So we can take the hands onto the thighs. We can inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, start to stick the bum out. Keep the weight in the hands. Breathe. And then you're stopping wherever you feel that's enough. So you can stay high or you can continue to slide down the legs. Maybe taking the head to the floor. So your vision. And then to come back up, we can take the hands to the hips, press into the hips. Curl that spine back up. Use the weight in the hands. Brilliant. Turn that left foot straight now. Right foot turns in. Heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Sit into that front knee. Knee over ankle. Make sure you can see your big toe. Rotate the shoulders. Long edge of the mat. Inhale the arms up. Reach out of the middle fingers. Shoulders back and down. Look down to that front middle finger. Breathe. Smile. And we can turn that front palm up to the sky. Can inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale over into side angle. So inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale over into side angle. Inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale over into side angle. Inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Exhale over into side angle. Once more, inhale, reach back, reverse warrior. Then exhale, come back, Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. Breathe. Then we can inhale, straighten out that front leg. Exhale, lower the hands. Bring the feet around so they point the same way. Then we can heel toe back in. Well done. Give your legs a little kick. Take a little drink if you need one. And then we're coming into air in the east. So air in the east is connected with openness and trust. So we're going to trust that we can do this. So coming into balance. So coming into balance, we're rooting down through that left foot. The idea is we open the left foot, root down, bring that right knee in. Brilliant. So we can take the hands just underneath this knee and draw it in. So you're pressing down through that standing foot, but lifting up through the crown of the head. Breathe. So remember, if you're feeling wobbly, you could have one hand on the knee, one hand on the wall. Whatever works for you. Standing tall. And exhale. Bring that leg back down. root down through that right foot, and then inhale, bring that left knee in. So we're drawing it in, got a nice squeeze on the abdomen. Lift the heart, standing tall. Then exhale, step down. This time root down through the left. So we can take the hands in front, so elbows are together, rooting down through this left foot. As we bring the right foot in on the inhale, bring the right knee into the chest, open out the arms. On the exhale, right leg goes down but doesn't touch down. So inhale, draw that right knee in, open out the arms. Exhale, bring that foot down but don't touch down. Inhale, draw the knee in, open the arms. Exhale. Now you can bring the foot down. Swapping sides, root down through that right foot. Hands together in the centre, elbows together. On the inhale, draw that left knee in towards the chest, open the arms. Exhale, slowly down, so a bit like a dancing Shiva. Inhale, open out, so like a god or goddess as we open out. Brilliant. Once more on the inhale, drawing that knee in. Super job. Exhale, bring the hands down. It's going to add a little balance into that, a bit more of a balance. So you can stay there, that's stage one. Or we can root down through the left, just watch first. Elbows together, bring that right knee in, and then your pivot point is your hip. So we're going to pivot through the hip, start to open the arms, start to extend the leg out. Oh, I've hit the cupboard, that's not good. Inhale, come back in, draw the knee up, hands together. So show you again. Arms are together, elbows are together. On the inhale, bring the knee in, open out the arms. Exhale, tip forward. Start to extend the leg. So like a Shiva warrior 3. Inhale, pivot through. Bring that knee up, close the arms. Exhale, open the arms, take the leg back, pivot. Warrior 3. Last one, inhale. Coming back up, drawing that knee through the centre, arms together, exhale, leg down. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? Okay, swap sides. Root down through that right foot. Arms together. Inhale, draw that knee up, start to open out the arms. Exhale, pivot forwards. So obviously you can have one hand on the wall if you need one. You might well do. Inhale, use that bum muscle, that core strength to draw back up. Knee into the chest, arms together. Exhale, open out the arms, take the leg back. Inhale, slowly back up. Last one coming up. Exhale, open out, leg goes back. Then inhale, woo, coming back up. Exhale down, woo. Oh, feel the legs. Give the legs a little kick. Super job. Okay, so moving on to spirit. So spirit in the centre. So normally we would be all together, connected, but we will be physically connected in tree or something like that. But today, we're going to use that universal energy and the padabandhas, hastabandhas that we've created. So we're going to go on a little mat walk, so a little Buddha walk with the feet. Now in that, we're connected through this universal energy flowing all around us, into the earth, heavens, around us, every single space in the cells of the body, outside, all connected. So wherever we are, we're always together. So I thought it would be a really good idea to walk on our mats together. because then we know we are together. We're doing the same thing together. It's just, I just come to my head this morning, so it feels really good to me. So, stand at the back of your mat. So watch me first. So if you've not done a Buddha walk before, then I'm going to take my hands onto my heart today, because I just wanted that extra connection with you. Or you can take your hands into prayer. So the idea of a Buddha walk is that Buddha walked so gently and so softly that from the base of his foot he planted a lotus flower. So lotus flower is purity, peace, tranquility. So we're going to try and do the same thing. So the idea, the way to walk is to start on the right, you take the heel down, and then you take your time to very slowly bring the rest of the foot down, and you're consciously feeling the rest of that foot go down. And the last thing you feel is the toes. As that foot goes down, you lift that back foot up. And then again, same process. So the heel goes down, the foot goes down, the toes go down. So you're kind of mindfully walking. So the idea is, this is quickened up, but you're going to walk down one edge, you're going to turn, walk down the small edge, you're going to go back down the long edge, and we'll end up back at the base. Yeah? So, take the hands to wherever you want them. Then take a moment just to feel that connection. So close your eyes for a second. You don't have to walk with your eyes closed, it's fine. Just close your eyes for the second and try and feel that connection for each and every one of us. Light in me, shining bright in you, shining in each and every one of us. And then from there we're all going to take our right foot, touch down with that right heel, and then start to walk. So open the eyes now, and then consciously walking. You walk your speed, your rhythm. I'm not going to count it out. And just imagine as you lift the foot that you've consciously planted, then you're leaving behind a pure white lotus flower. So your space, your rhythm now. I'm going to go quiet now while we do this. And eventually you will come back to your starting point. And just take a moment once you're back in that starting point. Maybe come back and close your eyes again. Just feel that connection to each and every one of us. All together while we're apart. And then from there you can release your hands and you can come down onto your mat and you can get ready for your Savasana. So grabbing whatever you need, cushions, blankets, eye pillows. It's gone a bit grotty outside, so maybe you need an extra layer. Oh no, I'm telling a lie, sun's coming out again. So, grabbing whatever you need for your Savasana. Making yourselves nice and comfy. So settling in, settling down. Make sure you're tucked in. Make sure your feet are tucked in. Make sure you've got everything that you need. Maybe you've got your eye pillow on. Maybe we're still using the lavender balm from last night. So maybe you can use your balm. You're settling in, settling down. Taking whatever you need. So just beginning to relax through your feet. Relaxing through your lower legs, upper legs. Just allowing both legs to feel heavy and relaxed. Releasing any tension in your glutes, any tension in your abdominals. Taking your awareness to your lower back, mid back, upper back. Just allowing the whole of the back to release, relax and soften into the mat. Relaxing through your shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, all the way down into the hands and fingers. Just allowing both arms to feel heavy and relaxed. Releasing any tension in your neck, allowing the head to feel heavy. Relaxing the jaw, maybe parting the teeth slightly, allowing the tongue to move away from the roof of the mouth. Relaxing the eyes and any tension from behind the eyes. Just coming back to rest in the flow of your breath. With each and every exhale, just allow your body to sink a little deeper into the earth. Releasing all tension now. As we honour the 5 elements. So giving thanks to the fire in the south. Fire, the vital energy, has reached its peak with the summer solstice sun. This is a moment of pause to celebrate all we've achieved and all that we've brought into the light. The sun brings energy and energizes our wildest dreams and hopes. Give thanks for all that's been achieved and is yet to be achieved. Give thanks for transformation and change. Give thanks for what's been energized. Give thanks for spontaneity, celebration, and our wild selves. We give thanks now for the water in the west. We give thanks for water and bless the rain which is needed to swell the grain and that keeps the earth refreshed and crops alive. We celebrate the wonderful harmony of outer expression and inner stillness. We give thanks for both the ebb and flow of our lives, the balance and the harmony. May we let ourselves flow free, flow well, and let our hearts open. May we let our feelings loose so that we can express ourselves more fully. Send your love and thanks to those you love and to those who love you. Giving thanks to the earth in the north. We give thanks for the earth and all her abundant growth and beauty. We too express ourselves to our fullest power in the outer world. From here, this manifestation will ripen on the inner levels as we seek the wisdom within. Call out everything that makes you happy in this moment. Celebrate all that you've achieved since this time last year. Now we thank the air in the east. We give thanks for each breath that gives us life. We give thanks for clean air and the sharing of song and music. We give thanks for the great gift of communication, seen and unseen. We celebrate the power of positive thought and intelligence. We pledge to use it in the service of the earth. We celebrate the winds of change and the new understanding of unity and interconnectedness that we share in this moment. Now giving thanks to the Spirit at the centre, within and without and ever present. We give thanks for this vital connection to this essential part of ourselves, which cannot be seen and cannot be named. We reach out and we reach in, connecting to our source and inner peace. May our outer achievements become part of our spiritual understanding and inner work. So now it's time to bring your awareness slowly back into the room, becoming aware of the noises both inside and outside of the room, becoming aware of your body lying in this room. Slowly starting to wake that body, starting to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, starting to move in a way that feels good for you. So maybe take a whole body stretch. Maybe bring the knees into the chest. Whatever you feel you need, now is the time to move in that way. When you're ready, you can turn over onto your right hand side. Take a couple of breaths on the right. So draw the knees into the chest, support the head. And then take the time to take a few breaths on the right. And then when you're ready, you can come back to a sitting position. Finding a comfortable sitting position. When you're ready, you can take your hands out to the sides. We can inhale, reach up, grab that sun once more, bring it down to your heart center. And inhale, grab that beautiful sun, bring it down to your heart center. Last time. Inhale, grab the sun, bring it down into the heart center, your heart center. And bring the hands to the heart. May the light in me honour and bless the light in you. Namaste. So radiant blessings. Have a fantastic summer solstice. So if you're on Facebook, you can watch the summer solstice at Stonehenge. So there's a link that you can watch the sunset there and a live sunrise. So I'll be doing that. So maybe you want to too. So stay safe. See you soon, guys. Take care. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Love you loads. Bye bye, guys. Happy solstice.